The beginning. A patient. Unlike any other, the smell of antiseptic hung thick in the air of Dr. Leora Hayes's veterinary clinic, blending with the faint hum of equipment. She had treated everything from cats to exotic off-world reptiles, but nothing could have prepared her for what staggered through her door that evening. The clinic lights flickered as the door sensors struggled to identify the new arrival's physiology. A tall, scaled creature, greenish-blue with a chest that rose and fell unevenly, collapsed onto the floor. Its left side was torn open, glowing faintly from within, and its breath came in short, pained bursts. Leora froze for a second. She whispered. "You're not from Earth, are you?" The creature growled weakly, words distorted through a translation implant on its collar. "Refused. By my kind," said, "contamination risk. Must not mix with humans." Leora knelt beside it. Her training screamed that she was out of her depth. Xenobiology wasn't her field, but her instincts as a vet kicked in. Pain was pain, and pain deserved relief. "Easy, buddy," she whispered, grabbing gloves and scanning equipment. "I've got you." The creature's black, slit-pupiled eyes flicked toward her. A low rumble vibrated from its chest, a sound that might have been laughter. "You dare touch a Vorsk warrior? Not unless you want to bleed out on my floor," she said. "Now shut up and breathe." The middle. Trust between worlds. Over the next hour, Leora worked with precision and calm, her hands steady despite the blood, if you could call it that. The Vorsk's fluids shimmered like liquid sapphire, reacting strangely to oxygen. Her instruments complained about unknown organic compounds every few seconds. But she tuned out the alarms. She found herself murmuring softly as she worked, something she did with frightened animals. "It's okay, you're safe now. You're not alone." When she finally sealed the wound with an improvised mix of bioadhesive and plasma gel, the alien was barely conscious. "You healed a warrior of the Vorsk Empire," it rasped. "Why?" Leora wiped her hands. "Because you were hurt." The alien's jaw clenched. "My people believe strength is purity. Injury means weakness. You should have let me die." "Yeah, well," Leora said, removing her gloves. "On this planet, we don't let anyone die if we can help it. Even stubborn ones." That earned her a slow, confused stare. "You humans are illogical," she smiled faintly. "That's what makes us interesting." 2 nights passed. The alien, who eventually introduced himself as Karen of the Vorsk Dominion, remained in recovery. He insisted she keep the lights dim. His species' eyes were sensitive. He refused food until she realized his metabolism could process high-protein animal tissue. "I'm a vet, not a chef," she muttered, handing him a dish of nutrient gel she'd mixed for recovering raptors. "But this should keep your organs from collapsing." Karen took a tentative bite, grimaced, and then nodded. "Adequate, high praise," she said dryly. He studied her, head tilted. "You treat beasts and creatures of many worlds, yes?" "Mostly animals," Leora said, cleaning instruments. "Not usually ones who can talk back." "Then why help me?" She sighed, leaning against the counter. "Because it's what I do. Doesn't matter if you've got fur, feathers, or scales. You hurt, I help." Karen's eyes softened, though his voice remained gruff. "In my culture, compassion is weakness." "Then maybe your culture's wrong." That silenced him. The revelation. The secret behind the wound on the 4th day, the news feeds were buzzing. "Unidentified Vorsk ship shot down over the Indian Ocean," the anchor reported. "Survivors presumed hostile." Leora froze mid-step. "That's you, isn't it?" Karen's jaw flexed. "Yes, I was part of a reconnaissance unit. We came to observe, not to invade. But humans attacked. Fearful, trigger-happy." She frowned. "That doesn't sound right." "You didn't respond?" He looked away. "We did. We returned fire. Many of your kind died. Leora stepped back, her pulse quickening. The creature she had saved, the one she whispered to, treated like any other patient, had killed humans. I didn't know, she said quietly. Karen's voice cracked. I did not wish for blood. I am a healer among warriors. When our ship fell, I tried to tend to the wounded. But Command saw me as dishonored for aiding humans. They left me. That revelation hit Leora like a punch to the chest. They left you to die. Because you showed mercy? Karen nodded. Just as your own soldiers would have killed me on sight. Leora took a deep breath. Maybe we're both on the wrong sides of a war we didn't start. For the first time, Karen smiled, small, hesitant. Perhaps. The bond, easy, buddy. That night, the authorities arrived. Leora heard the low thrum of aircraft outside, the blue light sweeping through her windows. She peeked through the blinds, military insignia. They were searching. Karen stood by the door, towering and calm. They come for me. They'll kill you, she whispered. They will capture. Then dissect. I have read your history. His eyes glowed faintly in the dim light. Do not fear. I will leave. She grabbed his arm. You're still injured. You won't make it. I would rather die free, he said quietly. Your kindness will not be forgotten. Her heart twisted. Wait, maybe there's another way. She guided him toward the back of the clinic where she kept an emergency launch pod for aerial rescues. She opened its hatch. This can get you past their perimeter. After that, you're on your own. He hesitated. Why risk your life again, human? Leora met his gaze. Because you're not a monster. You're a patient, and a friend. For a moment neither spoke. Then Karen bowed slightly, an alien gesture of deep respect. You are unlike any creature I have met. As he stepped into the pod, Leora placed a hand on his shoulder and whispered, Easy, buddy. The same words she'd said the night he almost died. Karen looked at her, expression unreadable. I will remember that. Leora haze of Earth. The pod's hatch sealed. Engines ignited, and within seconds it shot into the night sky, vanishing beyond the clouds. The ending, a whisper in the stars. Weeks later, Leora sat alone in her clinic. The authorities had questioned her but found nothing. They'd confiscated her medical logs, but she'd deleted all biometric data, every trace of Karen, before they arrived. Sometimes, when the clinic was quiet, she'd glance at the stars through the skylight. One night, as she was cleaning instruments, a faint blue light flickered across the horizon. An unusual formation, almost deliberate. She smiled. Guess you made it home. A small device on her desk, one she didn't remember owning, activated. It projected a holographic message of Karen, his wounds healed, his armor shining. Leora Hayes, the recording said, the Vorsk Dominion does not forget. Your courage changed the heart of one warrior. And perhaps, someday 2 worlds. The message faded, leaving only silence. Leora sat back, tears in her eyes. She looked toward the window, whispered once more. Easy, buddy. Outside, the night sky shimmered, like it was listening.